Hello, everybody. Welcome. Today I will read you Big Nate in a class by himself. Let's begin. Okay. Chapter 1. She could have called on anybody. There were 22 other kids in the classroom, and they all had their hands in the air. Francis did, Teddy did, Gina did, of course, even Nick Blonsley did, who usually sat in the back of the row with a pencil up his nose. And if you see right here, it says, well, I can't read it backwards. In what year was the 14th Amendment to the Constitution ratified? You can see them right there. They're saying that. His hands raised. She could have called on any one of them, right? Guess who she called on? Nate. Right there. Fuck, I did something with my keyboard. Mrs. Godfrey always does this. She always she always calls on me when I don't know the answer. And she can tell I don't know it. Ever hear somebody say that dogs can smell fear? That's Mr. Godfrey. She's like a dog. A big, ugly, nasty dog. As you can see right here. Ooh. I sort of scooched down in my seat. The whole class is staring at me. My ears start to burn. Then my cheeks. I can feel tiny droplets of sweat beating on my forehead. Well, she barks. Cough. What was the question again? Says Nate, as you can see right here. I've heard on an average day, you use about 10% of your brain power, while sitting here with my mouth turning as dry as a sack of sand. I really need that other 90% to kick in, but my mind is blank. Mrs. Godfrey steps away from the chalkboard and starts towards me. She looks mad. No, worse than mad. She looks mean. Her face is flushed. I can see tiny flecks of spittle at the corners of her mouth. That's pretty gross. I brace myself. And then the bell rings. Then rings. And it keeps on ringing. Except it doesn't really sound like a skill bell. It sounds more like a whack. I was dreaming. I blink hard and then let out a huge sigh of relief. I've never been so happy. To hear that alarm clock in my entire life. Not that I'm ready to get up or anything. Closing my eyes again, I flop back down on the pillow. Z, 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 Z. Time to go to school. Nab. Oof. Hey, Dad. Thanks a lot, Dad. Way to break it to me. Nice, gently, nice parenting. Actually, his parenting skills aren't that bad. He makes the nastiest tuna casserole you could ever taste. But he's pretty harmless, especially compared to some of the other psycho dads I've seen. A little league of games is just that Dad's kind of clueless. He has no idea what it's like to be me. And you can see right here, parental fact. Once you go completely bald, you lose the ability to relate to anyone under the age of 30. Big Nate said it himself. I mean, how long was it since he was in middle school? 30 or 40 years? I think he's forgotten how it feels to be held prison all day long in a building that smells like a combination of chalk dust, ammonia, and mystery meat. He can't remember what it's like to be an average sixth grader. Not that I am an average sixth grader. Okay, I'll admit, I'm not exactly Joe on a roll, but answer me this. When I get out in the real world, Is anybody gonna care whether or not I know who the vice president under Warren G. Harding? And don't try to pretend that you know who it was, because you don't. The point is, I want to use my talents for more than just memorizing useless facts. I am meant to be for bigger things. I am, just like me, destined for greatness. I'm still not 100% sure what kind of greatness I'm destined for, but I'll figure it out. I've got options. I'll keep a list on my closet door about this very subject. You can see here, right here, it says I am a goalie from middle school. Enslaved the mollusk bands. I started today with Francis, Teddy, and Arthur. Rocks. Right there. You can see it. I specialize in characters of teachers. So right there, you could see the teacher right there. I'm awesome at it, but it might be a tough way to make a living. And it's table football. You can see they're doing that. I remember doing that stuff. There is also stuff I definitely won't achieve greatness in, like the opera, synchronized swimming, and cat grooming. Enough said. Let's get back to the unfortunate fact that today is a school day. But what kind? You know, not all school days are created equal. You can rank them by category. Just so you know, I'm really into ranking stuff. One time I spent a solid week ranking every type of snack food I could think of. At the top, cheese doodles. At the rice cakes. Dad fact. Dad handed out rice cakes for Halloween one year. That was also the year our house got aid. Connect the dots, Dad. As you can see, he's giving rice cakes to them bastards and me. I was there. He was like, here you go, kids. And they're like, what the fuck? Yeah, that's exactly what they said. If I were to grade the different types of school days, report card style, here's how I would stack up. A plus, field trip days. I'm not talking about the lame field trips when the teacher makes you walk around the neighborhood on Earth Day picking up garbage. I'm talking about the all day get on a bus and go somewhere field trip. Even if they give you a worksheet and hope that you might actually learn something, you can usually come up with an excuse not to do it. That's what I did last year when we went to the aquarium. The walrus ate his homework. Bastard took it.
Yo, what page is he on?
What?
What page are you on?
10.
Cool. Thank you.
B. Special event days. This is when classroom time gets eaten up by something better, like a movie or an assembly, or better yet, some sort of emergency. Last spring, Mr. Sirwicki's wig caught on fire and set the smoke alarms in the facility lounge. We got to evacuate the building and ended up playing Ultimate Frisbee on the lawn for an hour. That was awesome! For everybody except Mr. Sisworka. And as you can see, he's playing with his Frisbee right now. C-. Substitute teacher days. I think we can all agree that subs are always better than the real teachers. By better, I mean more clueless. The absolute best subs are fresh out of college ones who have never taught a day in their lives. Frankly, they're not very bright, or maybe they're just really gullible. As you can see, You got the substitute teachers right there. You can probably read it. I can't because it's upside down for me or backwards. Anyways, on to the next page. The normal days. Unfortunately, most days are like this. You spend 6.5 action-packed hours studying subjects like photosynthesis and the War of 1812. Thrilling. You get home after school and your parents are like, "What did you learn in school today?" And you think of something solid for 10 seconds. Then you say, "I don't have the foggiest idea." Right there. F. Train wrecks. There are so many ways for school to go wrong that it's almost impossible to list them. All you can get screamed at by the teacher, usually Mrs. Godfrey, for absolutely no reason, which seems to happen a lot to me. You can get roughed up by Chester, the school bully, who looks like he spikes the chocolate milk with human growth hormones. That's horrible. Or your teacher could nail you with a quiz or a test you never saw coming. A test? Ooh. Now there's a horrifying thought. Do we have a test today? I don't remember. I don't remember any teacher mentioning a test yesterday, but I already told you I don't remember much of anything. Jesus fuck, when are we gonna get to chapter 1? They say I usually start losing interest right around the time I hear, "Settle down, class." Settle down, class, in teacher speak means let the mind-numbing boredom begin. And then they go yak 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 yak. And by the way, there's a test tomorrow. Yak 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 yak. And by the time I wish I paid better attention in class, like Francis. Francis? He'll know whether or not we'll have a test today. Francis fact. He insists on eating his lunch every day in alphabetical order. And he goes apple, celery, sandwich, and yogurt.
Hey, I gotta eat dinner real quick, so just catch me up when I get back, okay?
Okay, we're on page 15.
Alright, thank you.
Give me a second. Intermission break.
No, you can keep reading, just tell me what happened. In the
I'm
meantime.
just getting a little comfortable. It's getting hard to talk under this mask.
Okay.
Oh. Okay, are you ready to get in, students? Or viewers, or whatever you may be? Here's the thing about Francis. He knows just about everything. He's always got his nose buried in the book of facts. And he takes school pretty seriously. Truth is, he's kind of a geek. But I allowed to call him that because we're tight. We've known each other since the first day of kindergarten. When he started snoring during nap time, so I hit him in the head with my Thomas the Tank Engine lunchbox. And we've been best friends ever since. Let's see if he's up yet. And as you can see, Big Nate is seeing if Francis is up yet. Right there. Hang on, Paige is acting stupid. There we go. And yup, he's reading, of course. And as you can see, he is reading. But, wait a minute. Look what he's reading. His social textbook? Oh no! So we must have a test today. This is bad, very bad. First, because my school social studies textbook is in my locker at school. And second, because I'm suddenly remembering what Mr. Godfrey said to me after our last test. If you do poorly on this next test, Nate, you could very well end up in summer school. Yipe! We've got social studies first period. That only gives me about 45 minutes to study class notes. Class notes. Class notes. Where are my class notes? And he's going on a frantic search for his class notes right there. Ah, there they are. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, alright. He ruined his class notes. That's not really good at all. Well, it looks like my class notes aren't going to be much help. Not unless Mr. Godfrey gives us extra credit for doodling. I'm dead. Alright, guys. Big Nate is dead. He's fucking dead. He got hit by a car. He's gone. Long gone, man. Missed the guy, man. Alright. Chapter
You hate to
2,
see it.
right there. Should we start on chapter 2? Or should we wait for another time?
Alright, so we're at a cliffhanger. Nate just fucking died. So,
Yeah.
I think this would be a good place to stop.
See you guys later for chapter 2 of Big Nate. Goodbye.